Hi there, and welcome back to NAB 2019 right here at the One Source Video Production Workflow at the B&H booth in Central Hall. My name's Nick Marchese, the brand ambassador for One Source Video, and we are very glad to be joined by one of our new vendors, Accusys, and Judith Hahn, who is the sales manager. Judith, how are you?
I'm great, Nick. How are you?
Very good, very excited to have you here. So many great things to discuss about Accusys. I mean, first off, how's the show? You're enjoying yourself, going around, meeting people?
Yeah, well, this has been a phenomenal show, and then we're very happy to join you guys here. And so, this will be a very new adventure for us, and we're really looking forward to that.
That's fantastic. We're very happy to have you. So let's really dive right in. Accusys is so many interesting products. I want to start off by just introducing Accusys. Tell us what the company's about, what the type of products that you guys manufacture as well.
So we have been data storage manufacturer for the past 20 years, and we have very good experience of making them, of course. So we also have some very unique technologies for fundable sharing products, which we're very, well, I think we're the only one that actually makes it work, and we make excellent products, basically. So everybody that's using data storage, they know us, and then they love the products after they try it.
That's great. So where did it begin for Accusys? You guys have actually been around for a long time at manufacturing products. Where did that start?
Yeah, well, since the beginning, we actually started with RAID controller. We made RAID controllers and RAID card in the beginning, and then we started to moving on. In the beginning, we were actually doing more OEM business, and then our founder, Su Shen Huang, he decided at one point that he wants to have his own brand, Accusys. So that's where we started to make our own storage from there.
Wonderful. So let's kind of dive into the different products now. And let's give people an understanding of, the different products you make, how it can help their solutions and help their workflow. So what about T-Share? This is so interesting. It's the ability to connect multiple workstations via Thunderbolt technology. Can we talk about that, giving them access to high-capacity storage?
Yeah, okay, so T-Share is really the product, okay? So it's very unique that we are actually using Thunderbolt to share for the storage. So you will find a lot of other kind of interface sharing storage, but we're the only one who's actually making the Thunderbolt sharing storage. So with that, you can actually connect to 4 Thunderbolt users, and now we even have a new technology that you can expand to 8 and 16 users maximum. Yeah, and so you don't really have to go through complicated switch or other converters, and you can just share directly with softwares, Sense softwares like Xsense or TigerSense, StoreNext, and then it's just like that, very easy.
So in let's say like a post-production house where there's editors, what does it kind of look like? There's one tower that, let's say, can sit in the center of a round table, and everyone can be connected into it, collaboratively sharing that storage?
Exactly, yeah. So we have 2 kinds of T-shirt, actually. So we have the rack mount one, and we also have the tower ones. The tower ones comes with 12 bays. So this one is more, more for like the 4 to 6 post-productions, like the small ones. So with the rack mount ones, it's actually 16 bays, and you can go with a TV stations, or maybe like a small group of one big group. And then you can now, since they're going to launch Thunderbolt 3 cables very soon, I believe, and now you can expand the distance, and using that, you can share with more people.
So that's great. And so the concept of the solution is if somebody's going out on a shoot, there's all this footage that everyone needs access to. Instead of having to copy it to you, and then have to update all those different systems, they're literally working off that one. Everyone sees the same thing.
Yeah, and also at the same time, like for example, if you have somebody who's doing audio and somebody who's doing color grading and the other one is doing cuttings, and so you can all share it from the same volumes here, and you don't have to copy paste to the other storage, and then everybody shares it manually like that. It's all in one, just like that.
Wow, and it's funny, I mean, obviously we're at NAB, we're talking about cinema technology, broadcast technology, but I can imagine, and maybe you can kind of speak to this, that there's other industries that also find that useful, not just cinema and broadcasting.
I believe so, but the reason why we focus in here is that I think that we have excellent performance for that. I mean, the storage performance is so good. So you can actually go with SSD or you can use hard drives, either way. And it's, we don't really limit the capacity, so you can choose whatever suits you the best. And it gives amazing performance, which suits the post-production industry the most. I think that they find it really useful because they don't experience any lagging here, and that's really what they need.
Right, and you know what too? It's performance. I think it's also reliability as well, which is a big aspect. Being able to use SSDs, which are ever so popular, and not having to invest all of that in just one single unit. You know, instead of one person getting one good laptop and sharing it around, spread the love, right?
And also, I think it's very easy to set up as well. Like, of course, that you can always go up with, like, fiber channel systems and things like that, but it costs a lot of money and a lot of setups. You need to, drill holes on the walls and, pull the cables and everything. But this one is so easy. You just have one in the center of the rooms and connect the Thunderbolt cables. That's it.
Right, wonderful. So, what about some other products? What about Exosan? What about that? Let's talk about that.
So Accusys is actually one of our product series that we use our unique PCIe technologies. So PCIe is very stable technologies here, and you can use the card basically. So we have our HBA cards. You can use it in Windows or Linux, even with the old Mac, which is not so popular anymore. But anyway, so this is really focused on those users that you use the HBA card to connect, and it also gives amazing performance and very stable liability as well.
Excellent. And moving forward, there's what about Gamma as well? That's something else that we see. Can you talk about that? And again, I know power of Thunderbolt 3, 4K workflows, on-the-go storage. All that sounds great. Let's talk about that.
So Gamma is a very easy to use product, I would say. This is a direct attached storage. So unlike the other one, unlike like T-shirt, so T-shirt is for sharing. Gamma is really good for like just one person using. So you can just direct attach to your host computer, and Gamma is a fundable interface. So any laptop or computer that has a Thunderbolt port, then you can use it directly like that. Just plug, you're fine.
And so again, in order to have that great reliability, that great speed, the main inputs on these units, these towers, are going to be Thunderbolt, right?
For Gamma and T-shirt, yes, they're all Thunderbolt technology. And as I say, for Exosan series, they're PCIe.
Excellent, wonderful. And what about with the daisy chaining? Can you speak more about that? Connecting up, I know up to 6 devices simultaneously, unlimited potential, as you also say.
Daisy chain is actually something that all the Thunderbolt products you can do. So we also make that functions in our Gamma 8 as well. So you can connect with like either like monitors or other storage as well. So you can connect it through the daisy chain port and using Thunderbolt cables up to 6 devices together.
And for somebody that has existing computers, do these products work with any computers that have Thunderbolt? Are there certain specifications that they would need?
Well, most of the hosts that is mostly compatible, but we also have like a compatibility list on our website for this, and then also for the hard disk. So you can go and check it, and then to see that if you have your laptop is being listed in that, or you can just contact us or contact OneSource Video directly and to ask like, okay, so I want to use this with my computers or with my workstation laptop. Is it going to work? But mostly, yeah.
So definitely. So let's say if somebody goes to B&H or whatever it might be to make their purchase, are they purchasing the towers or the rack mountable units with the storage in there? Are they adding it in on their own? What are the different options that they have?
Well, usually the rack mounts ones are for like if you have like a rack in the central rooms, of course. So the rack mounts will usually be using like in the bigger structures here, and the towers ones will usually be, as I say, like smaller groups, like 4 to 6 people here. So it really depends on, I don't know, like this is the size of the environments that you have, and also like the workstations. What do you have? And so, for example, like our PCI systems, we have the switch that you can expand it maximum to 24 users. Yeah, so we're actually covering you from 1 person to 24. with PCIe and with Thunderbolt as well.
It's incredible because I mean, really, it's so many products that we were talking about this week. It's really speeding up the workflow. It's making it easy. I think collaboration is so important because even DaVinci Resolve now, which is probably something you hear a lot with a lot of editors using, that's very collaborative. Different editors can go in there, and now you're giving them that ability.
Yeah, I would say that T-shirt is made for DaVinci Resolve. So you can use that for collaborations, which works great. And we actually work very close with Blackmagic Design as well. So we're trying to connect it to become like a complete workflow here. So we want to make sure is that actually, all, like I say, that in collaborations, you have audios and you have color gradings and everything. When they work together, they experience this stability and also the performance, the stable performance.
Right. And I always love, I was looking through the website myself, which is great, and it says in the, when your workspace needs more than what a tower can offer, that's when you go to Accusys. And it really makes sense to me that, that I guess really, I mean, you tell me, a typical tower just can't do that. You can't collaboratively tap into the storage,
you can't really
right?
do that. Yeah. Well, as I say that either you need like a big structures like fiber channels, or you have to have like switch and other things like converters, or you have NAS. But NAS sometimes that the performance wise is not as good. Yeah. Or the stability is as well. So we actually cover everything within this tower.
Wonderful. Was there anything else that's new that's going to be coming out soon that might be on the horizon?
We actually have this new product, Max 24, and what makes Max so special is because we are using a hardware RAID technology here. So most of the RAID systems are based on software RAIDs, but hardware RAIDs actually gives a lot more stabilities here. You don't have to, be afraid of like lost data and things, this kind of things, which the editors they're most, afraid of. And also this ones can have amazing performance that because we are combining two towers together. So you can actually using SSD and get like 5,000 megabits per second. Yeah.
Wow. Really incredible. So what about if people want to get hands-on with the products? Are you going to any other trade shows around the country, around the world that people, because I'm sure when you have a booth set up, people can really get hands-on, right, and try things out?
Yeah, so because our product sells worldwide and we do a lot of trade shows, of course, and then like for this time that we work together here, and the next one, I think it will be Koba in Korea, and then we also do Interbi in Japan and CCTV in China and IBC in Europe and Broadcast India. And
a lot of shows,
yeah,
right.
a lot of shows, and then not even mentioning about the workshops. So we work with like local distributors to have a lot of workshops and this kind of show information. So you can just check on our website to see that where are we going to be, and then you're welcome to come and see us.
Fantastic. So what is the website?
It's www.accusys.com.tw.
Cool, excellent. So head to the website, find out where Accusys is going to be, learn more about the products. Now there's also training and support on the website as well that people can see.
Yeah, exactly. And we have some videos that to tell you how to set up your systems easily, or you can always contact our support teams and go with our distributors like OneSource Videos here, just to find out more information. And we're always willing to help.
Wonderful. Judith, thanks so much. This was such a pleasure to learn about Accusys. And again, if you want to learn more, head to the Accusys website, check out B&H. Accusys is available there now. And stay in tune with us here at the OneSource Video Production Workflow for our continued coverage of NAB 2019 and more great manufacturers just like Accusys. Judith, thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick. Pleasure.